Hey everyone, and welcome to It Tastes Different Gaming Appetizers. Forgot where I was for a minute. What are we talking about today? Well, we're talking about PlayStation Stars program. Now, we've talked about the Stars program before, but this news is about basically the PlayStation Stars program could require players to spend around $1,750 in order to claim one free game. So this was pointed out by Tweaktown that one PlayStation player has figured out that the PlayStation Plus subscribers will need to shell out at least $1,750 on games from the PlayStation Store in order to earn enough points to claim one of the higher priced free games as a part of these new PlayStation Stars reward program. So Twitter user Cruiser3456 says basically it's 1 point for every 10 cents spent on games, including taxes. So as an example, a player says they got 742 points in exchange for the $74.20 they spent on pre-ordering God of War Ragnarok. Okay, so basically what that means is in order to claim one of the higher price games currently offered through the reward scheme, the Quarry, as an example, which retails at $69.99, for 17,500 points, players need to spend at least 1,750 points, and that's equivalent, or dollars, and that's equivalent to buying 25 full-priced PS5 games. So sounds like with this rewards program that they have, the Stars program, you can accumulate. They have objectives and various things that you can do to accumulate points, but it seems like you can also buy games to accumulate points. So this seems like if you were just buying games to accumulate points, not doing any of the other stuff, which some of this stuff does have you buy games to get extra points, right? And some of them are just playing certain games to get points. They are small margins right now. They have two on the rewards program that are 50 points each. One is for buying a game. The other one is for playing a VR game, right? So that would be 100 points you could get from that. But it seems essentially you're going to get the most of your points through purchasing titles on the PlayStation Store and then being able to redeem those titles for a game that costs $70, right? A fully priced PlayStation 5 game. So we're going to go around and see what everybody thinks of this. You know, the PlayStation Stars program just came out, and it's a little slow. I've been trying it out. It's a little slow for it to update, and unfortunately, it seems right now it's only through the app, the PlayStation app, that you can actually look at your progress and see all the challenges and various things. I would imagine they'll probably put it in the console, to where you can access that stuff from the console. But right now it seems to be the only thing you can access it from is the app. If you can access it from the console, please let me know, because I have not been able to find it. So anyway, let's go around and see what everybody thinks. Pat, what do you think of this?
I would say that's a better deal than you get with Microsoft, because you know how many points you earn for purchases with Microsoft? Does anybody know? 20 points for every $1 you spend. So you're getting a better deal on PlayStation. It sounds like every 10 cents you spend, you get 10 points. So basically $1 will get you more, right? In that case, but there's some stuff that this player doesn't allude to, is like how many points can you earn outside of buying games? So that's really matters, right? How many free points can I earn? Because like Microsoft, you can do the same thing, right? They have campaigns. They have weekly campaigns you can do. There's monthly campaigns. There's also there's a weekly treasure chest in the Microsoft rewards that pops up that gives you 100 points. That's random. And then, you can watch little video clips and check out the sponsored games for like 5 points each, So, it's not a great amount of points on the Microsoft side, but at the same time, there will be some points that you can earn on PlayStation, it seems like. they haven't min-maxed it yet. Somebody hasn't gone through and figured it all out. Now, from what I was chatting with Nick about, it sounds like they've kind of cryptographed a lot of their first level campaigns. And we also don't know, does the point increase based off your tier, right? if I'm tier 1, do I get the same 1 point for every, do I get the same point ratio, right? So 1 point for every 10 cents. I mean, I guess Microsoft's deal is still a little better, right? Just it's like double, I guess, if you look at it that way, but Microsoft still gives you this. I'm assuming the PlayStation gives you the same benefit as Microsoft does. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it will be hard to get those points. I don't know. We haven't dug into it enough to basically start doing the math, right? I mean, I will admit that I do participate in the Microsoft Rewards program, and I get enough to get me the monthly $10 game discount, the discount from the Microsoft Store every month. I sink enough time and money into that I'm able to get a $10 gift card every month from them through their subscription, which gives you a discount, right? If you subscribe through it and you put your points in the subscribing thing, it'll basically give you a discount every month for getting your points. So, it's kind of I don't know yet. I'm not really sold that this is a problem yet on the PlayStation side, because I think it's right in line. It may be a little bit cheaper than what you get from Microsoft, but it's a weighing thing right now, right? So I'm not convinced that what this guy has proposed, what this Crusader 3456 is posting is necessarily a bad thing yet, because I haven't looked into how many other places I can get free points. What about you, Shane? What do you think, man?
Well, it's Sony, so they're not customer friendly at all. So that's my biggest problem. I haven't signed up for Stars because just from what I've read and I've heard from Nick and things, it's a little too convoluted for certain things. And one thing I like about Microsoft, it's you go to the rewards app on the Xbox or on your phone, and literally you just click this. You can go do the surveys. You click this, do the weekly. You click this, you watch a video on YouTube. It's just boom, it's there. It's simple. I'm a simple person. I need simple things. But Microsoft, you do buy certain games every month. You get, I want to say it's 2,500 points for certain games when you buy them. I can't remember what they called them, but
it's like the sponsor a sports sponsored or a spotlight game, but that's not, they don't put out one that often. It's not that often anymore that you see those.
That's true. They have thinned down those. The last few times I've looked, they really haven't been up there, but it's the simplicity of it. Plus I just, I don't really care for Bing, but I get points for using Bing, so I search a lot of stupid crap. I mean, I'm an idiot, so I search stupid stuff all the time. So, I get my points from that. It's very simple. It's easy. I set it up on my work computer. So when I have to do stuff for work, I'm getting points. So I like that. I'm with Pat. I get my $10 every month, sometimes 20, depending on what I'm buying. Plus they have, they have sales and stuff. So if you buy, I like movies, so I'm a big movie guy, definitely anime fan. You get extra points for buying or renting movies over $3 or $4, something like that. Now that's just because I use my Xbox all the time for everything. And I like to buy my movies. If there's no games, I'll use my points to buy movies and stuff. So I get more points and blah, blah, blah. So, I like the way that's set up. Now for Sony's, it's unclear with a lot of things. That's my biggest problem with it right now. I don't understand how certain things work. It's like the pricing that, 1 point for every 10 cents. But is that a standard for every game? You spend $30, that's 3 points or 300 points, whatever the hell it is. I didn't catch if that's their standard or how that all works, plus the weeklies and all that. I need to really just jump into it and play around with it, see if I like it. So I'm not going to sit and hate on it, but I don't know. I don't like the fact that the way the math works out. Now, granted, I haven't done the math for the Xbox, so it might be a little cheaper. I don't know, but that seems like a crap load of money to spend to get a free game. I don't think I spend that much on my Xbox. I really don't. But that's me.
Yeah. So with Microsoft, it takes about 5,000 points to redeem something worth $5, according to Microsoft support. So, if you take that and you just, guesstimate like a $70 game based on that, that it would be, but it depends on, I guess, how they map out, right? How those points compare to Sony's. They're almost very similar, really, in the way that it's all kind of squared out. And I never knew that you get points for buying games, like just for buying games, like, because I guess I never noticed my point value go up.
But it says up to 20 points per dollar spent. So per dollar spent. So I mean, technically, you don't know if you're going to get 20. It never says you're getting less or more, but I never pay attention. But it does go up every time I buy a game through their store.
Does it? I guess I never noticed, because I always thought you didn't get anything for buying games. I thought it was all through the rewards program. Like, you did stuff there, you got points, but I guess it wasn't as significant enough for me to notice a difference, depending on what you get. But that is true too, Shane. Like you were saying, like in the example, the person bought God of War Ragnarok. But what if you buy, like, is it an up to thing on the Sony side, right? It could be, because if you bought like some other game, do you get, if you bought a game that was $20 and it came out to $22.50, do you get 225 points? Right? I mean, because how they did it with Ragnarok is, it was $74.20, so they got 742 points. So the church dropped to zero at the end, and that's how many points they got. Right? It was basically the equivalent of the price.
What is it? 10 per? If you do the math, it's 10 points per dollar you spend. So that just makes sense, right?
Yeah. And
on the Microsoft side, there is discounts for buying higher valued gift cards, right? I mean, like a $50 gift card is not 50,000 points. It's 46,000 points,
that's true. And
then like the higher the card, the more the discount. Like a $100 gift card is only 91,000. So it's 9,000 points off, of $100 versus like the $50 one, which is, 4,000 points off. And then the typical one, like Shane and I were talking about, we get is like 9,300 points. But I think if you sign up for the subscription plan, which is like an auto spend your points every month, it's like 8,900 points or something like that. Get you a $10.
It's 8,700.
87. Okay. So it's a pretty hefty discount. Yeah. And I imagine if you choose that you earn enough money to, because you can go higher, you can do 20, you do 30, but I don't bank enough points to make 20 or 30 typically in a month. So, it's that kind of stuff. And that's what I typically do. I'm self-subscribed to the $10 a month gift card.
I mean, that's what I do. And it never lasts. So I'm just like, Pat, if I don't spend it, somebody's going to steal it. So I better spend it. It's just, I get that $10 and boom, it goes towards a new game, buy a movie, just whatever I can find, I mean, to me, I see that. Yes, did I put money and time towards to get those points? Yeah, but it's just so easy to get those points with Microsoft, though. And I guess I really need to sit and check out Sony's, but it's,
So if you do the math on the Microsoft side, you have to spend $3,450 to get a free game. So that's if you bought basically a $6,900 $50 gift card and a 20, and we're just taking a $70 equivalency. I'm not saying the $60, and then you spend $25 gift card for 23,000. That comes out to, and you get 20 points per dollar you spend. I mean, that's $3,450. So come on, guys. It's not.
That's much worse.
It is much worse. It's half. It's roughly half,
Yeah.
So, I mean, Microsoft's reward points cost more per dollar to buy a game, right? I mean, if you go with the cheapest $1.25 gift card you can get from Microsoft, that's 1,600 points.
Yeah.
So it's a 100 point discount doing it that way. So
the ease of those points, though, to get 1,600 points on the Microsoft side is very simple and very easy. You don't have to spend.
And it probably will be the same thing on PlayStation. It's just it's in its infancy right now. I mean, I don't think the Microsoft reward programs was this robust when it first came out. So, we may be a little bit harsh on Sony introducing a new medium that everybody just got to get used to, right? Because the Microsoft rewards program is by no means rainbows and sunshines. That thing drives me absolutely freaking nuts because you can't leave it running in the background. If you do, it errors out when you try to launch it again. Connecting to it sometimes can be problematic, and sometimes just trying to redeem your points sucks, right? Like when I get an achievement and you get an achievement in Microsoft, you get a free 50 points every day that happens, but you have to manually redeem it. It's not for free. But there's plenty of days where I will get an achievement, go hop over to the rewards program, hit the button to redeem my 50 points, and then nothing happens. I have to wait hours after that achievement hits my line and then go back in and do it. Or if I have an achievement that I get at like 10 o'clock at night, I never can redeem it because it will not redeem. And then I go in the next day, it won't redeem. And then I go in the next day and it still won't redeem. So, there's a timing thing with this. So Microsoft stuff isn't all rainbows and sunshine. And it sounds like point for dollar comparison, the Microsoft's is worst deal. If you're comparing points to dollars. Now, I didn't see anywhere where they had a equivalency and how he was equivalent that, how many points per title cost, right? He just basically said that you needed 17,500 points for a $70 game. And I'm like, okay, how did you come up with, he said 17,500. So is there a formula somewhere that says I can get X dollars for this many points? Or maybe there was, but I just couldn't find it when I was looking around. So that's me. A lot of stuff isn't published. It's just stumbling upon it when you're buying a game or when you're in the store checking out or something. It may say you can check out spending this many points because Microsoft does that too. Just like Google, everybody else has their own rewards program. And unlike Shane, I buy all my movies through Google and I don't want to split my library. So I don't purchase movies through Microsoft.
Now, in my defense, a lot of what I buy will go through and it'll play on the Movies Anywhere app, just like my Microsoft stuff. Now, the caveat to that is my anime will not do that. My anime is stuck to the platform because I use my Google money to buy movies too. Most of my movies I have are through Google just because I use the Google app that Nick got me addicted to. And I earned, 1 month I did almost $20. So I need more of those months, but yeah, these apps are kind of nice. But these apps are also getting too damn much. Everybody's got a damn app now to earn points. When was the last time you went to a gas station and said, give me 20 off 5? Do you have our rewards program? You can get a free donut. Would you like a free donut? No, I just want my frickin' gas. Everybody's got a frickin' reward program now.
Shane sounds like Janine from freaking Ghostbusters on there. I'm free donut.
Would you like a donut? What do you want?
I don't know where you've been, Shane, but rewards programs have been around forever, and you can't go anywhere. I don't matter where. Don't care what you do. You can't go anywhere. So it just makes sense.
I was at the damn baseball game the other day in the bathroom. Guy stuck his head under the stall door. Said, "Would you like to sign up for our rewards program? For every flush, you get 10 points." I'm like, this is going to be a 3-flusher.
I've always wanted a reward program for the things where I spend my money on, which is games, because I don't go to the nice fancy grocery store to get the reward points from them. I don't shop at the local super expensive grocery store to join their rewards program. But man, when I go to the pet store to get pet food, they're like, you want to be on a rewards program? I'm like, I guess it'll save me money. I would love to have that on something I spend way more time and money on, which is video games. So I'm glad that this is there because I'm going to sign up because we do buy that. And if it takes me 2 years to buy a free game, then so be it. It's one less game that I had to pay for previously than I would never have been able to do. So it's free. As long as the points don't expire after like 12 months or something, I'll be all right. But if they expire a year after I purchase something, then I'm hosed because I only buy exclusive items on there. And I do believe even with like the Microsoft points, can you spend those in like the the accessories. I think you can buy accessories with those points too.
Yes.
So you can buy anything that they sell in the Microsoft Store, which is a nice boon. I don't know if PlayStation's the same way. Hopefully it is.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's a good question.
And I wonder too, also for physical games, like, do you get points for physical games? You know, and I don't know I don't even know for Microsoft if you get points for physical games. I mean, that's still the equivalent of buying it, right? I mean, it's still the same thing. You're just not digitally owning it.
Yeah, but they lose money in that, right? They lose money in that aspect. So maybe not.
Because Sony makes like $7 a disc, and then they make $50 a digital or something like that. So I doubt you get that with that on the disc.
Right.
I mean, they use those points to stamp the disc.
Right. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. I mean, it sounds like, you know, I mean, I don't think Crusader 3456 was really trying to sound the alarm or anything. I think he was just trying to showcase basically what the point to dollar ratio was, right? And what that point system equated to dollars and cents, right? Because he doesn't say like, what the hell's up with this or whatever. He's just basically saying, the article kind of makes it out that way, but his tweet and the way he's talking kind of makes it out more like just saying like, hey, if anybody was curious, this is the kind of conversion rate between points and dollars, right? Which is very interesting, and that's good to know, right? It's good to know for the Microsoft side and the Sony side when you have these points, whatever kind of point system they have, what that relates to real world dollars, right? So you know how much you're actually spending.
Right, exactly. That's what we're missing here, right? The point to dollar equivalency chart. Like, what's 10 points worth in Microsoft versus 10 points worth in Sony? And to me, if their math is correct, and it's only, you know, it's only 17,500 points to buy a game for $70, it's 3,500 or 3,400 and some change to buy one from Microsoft. So that's a worse deal. Even though you get twice the points per purchase, right? So a dollar equals 20 and a dollar equals 10 or so, or a dollar equals, is that right? Yeah, a dollar equals 10. Yeah. 1 point for every 10 cents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but you know, it's also going to make a big difference between how else you get the points, not just the game purchasing. So it's like, you know, we purchase exclusives. That's it for our PlayStations. But if Sony's Stars program is as easy to use as Microsoft's, and I can hop on there and grab 10 points here, 20 points there for, you know, answering a trivia question or watching a video, you know, stuff like that. You know, I'll definitely make my $10 worth, you know, a little quicker than I normally would. So how the other points come in, that's the biggest decider if you were going to compare which program's better. Because Microsoft's is very easy to come up with, even though you don't get as many points for the purchasing part of the game. So. But we also purchase a lot more on Xbox, no matter what the...
well, I'll leave on the last thing I have to say is leave it to us and other people on the internet to bitch about free money. Because it's not like they had this before, and it's not like you got to pay to be a part of this, but everybody's bitching about free money, you know. I'm trying not to. What I'm just trying to say is that, hey, it's free money. As long as it doesn't expire in a super short time, I'll be happy. And as long as I actually get to use it for something, I'll be happy.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, as long as, you know, just like the rewards. I mean, the main thing for me really at the moment is I hope Sony doesn't. Well, I mean, if they want to, I mean, some people might like it, but the whole cryptic stuff on there, they have some rewards on there to get rewards that, you know, just have everything is cryptic, and you got to kind of figure out, you know, it tells you to play these games and the names, some of the names of the game of the it's like a song and a band, and you're like, okay, well, that makes sense. That's got to be that game, X game. And some of them you're like, I'm not quite sure what that is. But you can Google it, you know, to find the answer. People online have already figured them out. And some of their descriptions on what you need to do is confusing, right? They don't because I'm in the stars program, like I said, and I've been trying out some of these rewards, trying to get them and stuff. And some of them, I thought one, I had to play a game and come to figure out I had to play all the games, which in the description up above, it really doesn't signify that. So you aren't quite sure until you start unlocking it and you go, oh, I have to play all these. So, which is fine. I can do that. But it's like, okay, I didn't know that. I thought I only had to play one. So I just picked one and played it. And it doesn't update like on the fly or even close to on the fly sometimes, kind of like Microsoft Rewards we were talking about with the $50 achievement, which I've ran into several times myself. It took a couple of days before mine even showed up that I played that one game, right? That I tried out. So it's in its infancy right now. I hope they fix the app a little bit. Right now, like I said, it's just in the app. I hope they introduce it into the console. If it is in the console, please, down in comments below, let me know where that's at, because I have not come across it. I don't know where the hell that's at on the console. Because you can showcase you get these little digital items as well, these little 3D modeled things that you can showcase in this little like kind of bookshelf looking thing, trophy case kind of thing. But you can only do it on the app, right? I can see them when I go to my profile in the app. I can see them, but on the console I can't. And it's like, which one am I? It's supposed to show off, but it's like who among my friends is going to go in the app and look at my profile? Probably none. Oh, Shane will. Shane Pat. Now they will.
We stock your profile to see how far ahead of us you're getting.
Not on the app though. Probably on the console you would.
Well, now that we'll get the stars app and be like, how many stars does Nick have? Hey Nick, you buying the game this month?
I can be in the bathroom at work and just keep an eye on you.
And it's gonna be like, they're gonna be, instead of achievements, how many trophies does he have?
Oh, we'll never catch up on trophies. Oh, you probably got 10 times what me and Pat got combined.
Maybe. All right. Well, you got anything else to say about this? Nope. I don't think it's that big of a deal, and I'm glad Sony put out a rewards program. Like we said, it is in its infancy. It does need some work, but hey, if you can eventually get free stuff, that's always good. It's a win-win, right? Either way. But let us know down in the comments below. Have you used Stars yet? The PlayStation Stars, not the Showtime thing. Have you tried PlayStation Stars? What do you think of it? What do you think of the rewards programs? What do you think of rewards programs in general? Let us know down in the comments below. If you've been watching this long, you might as well go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the bell notifications to stay up to date with new videos that we do all the time. And make sure you like the video. That always helps us out. But otherwise, we'll see you next time.
See ya.